Trevor George Smith Jr., born May 20, 1972, known professionally as Busta Rhymes, is an American rapper, songwriter, record producer, and actor. Early life. Trevor George Smith Jr. was born in the East Flatbush neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York City, on May 20, 1972, to Geraldine Green and Trevor Smith Sr., both from Jamaica. At age 12, Smith's family moved to Uniondale, New York, for a short while. Smith attended George Westinghouse Career and Technical Education High School in Brooklyn with future rappers Christopher the Notorious B.I.G. Wallace and Sean Jay-Z Carter, and attended Samuel J. Tilden High School with Edward Special Ed Archer and Roderick Chip Fu Rochford of F.U. Schnickens. 18, Smith eventually graduated from Long Island's Uniondale High School in 1991. Busta also spent time in Britain during the early 1980s, where he resided with his maternal aunt. She lived in Morecambe, and he spent 2 summers there with his mother and younger brother. He went to Skirton Community High School while he was staying in the area. He told GQ in a 2020 interview, "One summer when we went down there I was 12, my brother was 8, so my aunt made sure that we actually went to school in England. Regular school, and then we went to karate school too. We also were on some breakdancing that was so crazy, we ended up actually getting work to breakdance in clubs as minors. And our cousins used to run us around, and they used to advertise us as TJ and Paul." Personal life. Busta Rhymes identifies as a member of the 5% Nation. He has 6 children, 3 sons, born in 1993, 1999, and 2001, and 3 daughters, born 1998, 1999, and 2006. During an interview for Hip Hop, Beyond Beats and Rhymes, the rapper walked out when confronted with a question about homophobia in the rap community. Rhymes is quoted as saying, "I can't partake in that conversation," followed by, "With all due respect, I ain't trying to offend nobody. What I represent culturally doesn't condone homosexuality whatsoever." When asked if the hip-hop culture would ever accept a homosexual rapper, Busta Rhymes then exited the interview. In a later interview with MTV News, Rhymes expressed his support for Frank Ocean upon his coming out, as well as general cultural acceptance of homosexuality. Chuck D of Public Enemy gave him the moniker Busta Rhymes, after NFL and CFL wide receiver George Busta Rhymes. He has received 12 Grammy Award nominations for his work, making him one of the most nominated artists without winning. Busta Rhymes was an original member of Leaders of the New School, a group that attracted national attention when they opened on tour for Public Enemy. He gained exposure for their guest appearance on A Tribe Called Quest's track Scenario. Shortly thereafter, Leaders of the New School broke up, leading Rhymes to become a sought-after solo artist, appearing on numerous tracks for other artists before his solo debut album, The Coming, 1996. The album reached the top 10 on the Billboard 200 album chart, was certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIA, and earned him a Grammy nomination. He has released 11 total solo albums, with the most recent being 2023's Blockbuster. Rhymes' list of hit singles include Woo-Ha, Got You All in Check, It's a Party, Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Could See, Dangerous, Turn It Up, Remix, /Fire It Up, Gimme Some More, What's It Gonna Be, Pass the Courvoisier, Part 2, I Know What You Want, and Touch It. Among his other ventures, he founded the record label conglomerate, initially Flipmode Entertainment, and the production crew The Conglomerate, formerly Flipmode Squad. About.com included him on its list of the 50 greatest MCs of our time, 1987 to 2007, and Steve Huey of AllMusic called him one of the best and most prolific rappers of the 1990s in 2012. The Source placed him on its list of the top 50 lyricists of all time. MTV has called him one of hip-hop's greatest visual artists. Career. 1986 to 1995, Leaders of the New School and rising popularity. They were performing with one mic, and it was 3 MCs, not 4. Busta also did the beatbox. It was just ill. He was controlling the mic and certainly the star of the show. He was completely amazing. A&R Dante Ross, on the group's performance at Payday. In 1986, Smith, alongside fellow Long Island natives Charlie Brown, Cut Monitor Milo, and Dinko D, formed the East Coast hip-hop group Leaders of the New School. Leaders of the new school released their debut album A Future Without a Past in June 1991 on Elektra Records. Later that year, the group appeared on A Tribe Called Quest's critically acclaimed Posse Cut Scenario. In 1993, they released TIME, The Inner Mind's Eye. Smith gained popularity from his advanced rhymes as well as his unique style that was not common of many New York rap artists at the time. Soon after, however, internal problems arose because of his increasing popularity, and the group broke up on the set of Yo! MTV Raps. I was like the first artist to really start rhyming on everyone else's record. And I was doing that because it was a quick way to feed my kid. That's what was going on until, I got to a place where I felt comfortable enough with doing a solo album. Busta Rhymes. 1996 to 1999, The Coming, When Disaster Strikes, and Extinction Level Event, The Final World Front. In 1996, Busta Rhymes' release on his solo debut album The Coming, his single Woo-Ha! Got You All in Check was a success, pushing the album into gold record status. Later, he started work on his second album, When Disaster Strikes, which would not be released until September 1997. In 1998, Busta Rhymes recorded Extinction Level Event, The Final World Front. 2000 to 2004, Anarchy, Genesis, and It Ain't Safe No More. Busta Rhymes in 2002. See also, Flip Mode Squad. In 2000, Busta Rhymes released his final album for Elektra, titled Anarchy. He released Genesis in 2001. The album featured collaborations with Mary J. Blige, Pete Diddy, Khalees, and others. In 2002, Busta Rhymes released his sixth studio album, It Ain't Safe No More. 2005 to 2009, The Big Bang and Back on My BS. Busta Rhymes performing in 2006. His seventh studio album, titled The Big Bang, became the first #1 album of his career. The album sold over 209,000 copies in its first week to earn the top spot on the U.S. Billboard 200. It was later revealed that Busta signed a deal with Universal Motown, through which he released his eighth studio album Back on My BS, on May 19, 2009. Due to controversial content, the United Arab Emirates has banned the album. Back on My BS was released internationally, but because of one song, Arab Money, it cannot be purchased as a CD there. Although the album can still be purchased via iTunes, according to the National Media Council, the lyrics were considered to be offensive to Arabs and to Islam because it quoted the Quran. 33. In November 2008, when Arab Money was released as a single, DJ Danny Neville and the Iraqi rapper The Narcissist responded by recording a reply. Rhymes later apologized. DJs in the country said they had not received an order banning the record from being spun in nightclubs, and they had mixed feelings on whether the record was offensive or not. DJ Saif of Dubai said, "I don't play Arab Money because it's disrespectful to Arabs. I don't think there is a ban on playing it in clubs, but many here don't play it anyway." 33. Busta Rhymes in 2005. DJ Bliss, along with many other DJs in the UAE, refused to play Arab Money on Radio 1 in Dubai after it was banned in the UAE for offense to Arabs. He added, "I used to play the original version in the club, but out of respect for the laws here in my country, I haven't played it since." In 2010, the track's producer Ron Browse defended Busta Rhymes in a Dubai interview with journalist Awad Mustafa, stating that the track was misunderstood. "For us, having Arab Money is a compliment, understood like having Oprah money or Tiger Woods money. It's just street slang, and we were appreciating the amazing wonders that have been created here," Browse said. Browse added that he had produced the track in a moment of inspiration while experimenting in his studio. "Growing up in Harlem, I was always surrounded by Arabs and Muslims. We embraced their culture and they embraced ours, and we always joked with each other," he said. 2010 to 2020, Collaborations and Extinction Level Event 2. In September 2009, Busta Rhymes had announced that he was working on his 9th studio album alongside Canadian producer Boy Wonder, titled The Chemo. At the time, he stated that the project was 80% finished. In May 2010, Busta Rhymes had reportedly changed the title of his 9th album from The Chemo to Extinction Level Event 2, making his 9th effort a sequel to his 1998 album Extinction Level Event, Final World Front. Busta Rhymes contributed to the 2011 Tech Nine album All Six's and Sevens, performing vocals on the single Worldwide Choppers, released on May 31. Canadian recording artist Justin Bieber featured Busta Rhymes on a song called Drummer Boy off Bieber's sophomore studio album Under the Mistletoe, released on November 1, 2011. On November 11, 2011, a Heavy D tribute song titled You Ain't Gotta Wait Till I'm Gone was leaked. On November 16, 2011, it was announced that Busta Rhymes signed to Cash Money Records. A song with Twista, titled Can You Keep Up, was leaked. Busta Rhymes was featured on Fat Joe's single Pride and Joy alongside Kanye West and Jadakiss. His ninth studio album, Year of the Dragon, was released for free on Google Play on August 21, 2012. The album features guest appearances from Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, Trey Songz, Robin Thicke, Mano, Gucci Mane and more. He also released a music video for the track Doin' It Again, which features Reek DeVillian and includes a tribute to his manager Chris Lighty, who committed suicide in 2012, 44. He was later featured on YMCMB label Made Chanel's single Last Time. In 2011, it was announced that Universal Motown was going defunct, forcing Rhymes and other artists to move to Universal Republic Records. In mid-2012, it was announced that Universal Republic Records was also going defunct, forcing artists on the roster to move to Republic Records, reviving the label. On December 21, 2012, members of the conglomerate Ent, Busta along with J.A. Doe and Reek DeVillian released a mixtape titled Catastrophic, their first collective effort. Busta Rhymes collaborated with Pharrell Williams, who produced the first single off his Cash Money Records debut, Twerk It, which was released on June 6, 2013. A video was shot in Flatbush on June 3, 2013. The official remix was released featuring Nicki Minaj. On July 23, 2014, Busta Rhymes announced that he left Cash Money Records due to creative differences, and he is no longer on Republic, 48. He was featured on Devil, featuring Neon Hitch and B.O.B, a song by Cash Cash. It was released in August 2015. In July 2014, it was announced that Rhymes had amicably departed Cash Records due to creative differences. Busta Rhymes at Out for Fame Festival 2015 in Germany. In 2016, a movement to name a small, uninhabited lake island in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts after Busta Rhymes received viral publicity. The unofficial name of Busta Rhymes Island was chosen by a town resident because the island has rope swinging, blueberries, and stuff Busta would enjoy. A formal proposal was made to the U.S. Board on Geographic Names to officially change the island's name, but it was not accepted due to regulations regarding the naming of geographic places after living people. Busta Rhymes was also a featured artist on the Hamilton mixtape, singing a remix of My Shot, along with Black Thought of the Roots and Joel Ortiz. The trio performed the song on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. On February 2, 2018, Rhymes released a new single, Get It, featuring Missy Elliott and Kelly Rowland, through Epic Records. In February 2019, Busta Rhymes confirmed he's finishing touches of his new album with longtime collaborator, Dr. Dre. In 2020, Busta Rhymes competed in Season 4 of The Masked Singer as Dragon. He was eliminated in the first episode. On October 30, 2020, Busta released his album Extinction Level Event 2, The Wrath of God. 2021, present, Blockbusta. In 2021, Busta Rhymes released the 25th anniversary edition of his debut studio album, The Coming. In late 2023, his 11th studio album Blockbusta was released, with a long list of features. Legal issues. In December 1998, Rhymes was arrested and charged with possession of an unregistered gun after being pulled over during a routine traffic stop in New York City. On October 6, 2000, he received 5 years probation after pleading guilty earlier in the year. On August 20, 2006, Rhymes was arrested and arraigned for charges of third-degree assault after attacking a man who reportedly spat on his car in New York City on August 12 after the Amsterdam Music Festival on Randall's Island. On October 24, 2006, Rhymes appeared at Manhattan Criminal Court as the District Attorney's Office attempted to amend previous charges against him to include weapons possession for a machete found in his car. The judge refused to add the charge and adjourned the case. On February 20, 2007, Rhymes refused a plea deal offered by the prosecutor's office for the assault of his former driver, Edward Hatchett. The deal would have entailed his being in jail for 6 months and pleading guilty to 2 assaults, the attack on Hatchett and the attack on the former fan. The dispute with Hatchett is believed to have originated over back pay Hatchett felt he was owed. Manhattan Criminal Court Judge Becky Rowe offered Busta another option, pleading guilty to third-degree assault. The conditions of the proposed sentence would include 5 days of community service, 2 weeks of youth lectures, and 6 months of anger management classes, as well as 3 years of probation. On May 3, 2007, Rhymes was arrested in Manhattan for driving without a license and for driving while impaired. On March 18, 2008, a judge in New York City sentenced Rhymes to 3 years of probation, 10 days community service, $1,250 in fines, plus court costs, and to enroll in a drunken driving program. On September 25, 2008, Rhymes was temporarily refused entry to the UK due to unresolved convictions. In 2018, Busta Rhymes was accused of plagiarism by Bernardo Lanzetti and his group Aquafragile, who alleged that Rhymes' 2001 song Genesis used an uncredited sample of the group's Cosmic Mind Affair. After negotiations with Rhymes' publishers broke down, Lanzetti and Aquafragile opted to move forward with a lawsuit. Influences. Busta Rhymes' favorite rapper as a teenager was LL Cool J, who was the inspiration and reason for Busta Rhymes writing his first raps. He was creatively inspired by American singer and record producer George Clinton for being over-the-top and outlandish and brave as far as his showmanship. Rhymes has also stated that he was taught by Clinton about the music industry and numerous challenges people in it have to face. Legacy. Rhymes' work has influenced artists such as Eminem, Talib Kweli, Ski Mask the Slump God, Kendrick Lamar, Tyler, The Creator, and Doja Cat. Fellow American rapper Big Daddy Kane has stated that Rhymes has the best flow in hip-hop, alluding to the original version of Turn It Up.